Red Cleric in the lead, and the field well and truly strung out already, setting a very good pace as they go to the first open ditch. Red Cleric and Earls Brig disputed ahead of Wiggy Geo and 3 to 1. The leaders are all over the ditch. They're all over the ditch, and now the back marker is Who's Free. Going to the fourth, Red Cleric and Earls Brig from Wiggy Geo. Then comes 3 to 1 back in fourth place. These are ahead of Skegby and Roman Paul. Then behind these comes Compton Lad. Also just in behind the leaders, Leney Duel. The last on the far side, Red Cleric in the lead. Come to the fifth, the leaders are over the fifth, and indeed they're all safely over the fifth. 3 that are tailed off are Roman Con, Arctic Silver, and last of all is Who's Free. But it's Red Cleric in the lead from, in second place, Earls Brig. Then comes Wiggy Geo. Twidale has improved to going to fourth. These are then followed by 3 to 1. And behind 3 to 1 is Roman Paul. Then comes Carl's Wager. Narvik next to the rails. They're coming in line to the sixth, and Red Cleric in the lead. Coming down to the sixth, Red Cleric by a couple of lengths to Earls Brig up on the outside. Red Cleric by a length as he comes into the sixth from Earls Brig in second place. Red Cleric and Earls Brig. In fact, they jump it together ahead of Wiggy Geo and Twidale and Ronan Paul and 3 to 1 and Carl's Wager. As they come to the second open ditch, this is fence number 7. And it's Earls Brig and Red Cleric disputing it. Red Cleric and Earls Brig. Ronan Paul made a mistake there up on the outside. That's the grey. Red Cleric in the lead from Earls Brig. Then 3 to 1 and Twidale and Ronan Paul, whose jockey Alan Brown has regained a pedal he lost. This is the eighth. And as they do so, jumping the eighth, Red Cleric in the lead. A faller at the rear was Paul Skegby. That one's gone. Jockey quickly on his feet. The horse is up. They've got 2 circuits to go. Red Cleric leads from Earls Brig second, Wiggy Geo third. Then 3 to 1 and Twidale. These are followed by Skegby, and behind Skegby on the outside is Compton Lad. Then Was I Right and Carl's Wager. Narvik next to the rails. Only one casualty after one circuit in this William Hill Scottish National, and Red Cleric, trained by Mick Norton, in the lead. From Earls Brig on the outside in second place. They take the water for the first time. Jacko is towards the rear, but it's Red Cleric in the lead from Wiggy Geo in second place. Then comes 3 to 1 and Twidale and Narvik. Then Skegby and Earls Brig. These are then followed by Compton Lad, and behind Compton Lad is Carl's Wager. Then Flamenco Dancer and Was I Right and Leney Duel. Jet Arts here, Roman Con, Canton. Then Inkerman, Jacko, and then Come On Steve. First at the back straight for the first time. Wiggy Geo made a mistake. At the rear of the field is Roman Con. The rear of the main group, that is. A couple of the continuing the stragglers up, but they are absolutely tailed off. Red Cleric still effectively yet to be headed, but is joined on the outside by Wiggy Geo. Then comes Narvik back in third. These are then ahead of Skegby and Compton Lad, with Carl's Wager making up a bit of ground. So too close behind these is 3 to 1. Go to the third open ditch. Red Cleric from Wiggy Geo. Then comes Narvik. Red Cleric, Wiggy Geo, Narvik, 3 to 1, Earls Brig. Carl's Wager, Was I Right, Skegby, Leney Duel, Flamenco Dancer. Red Cleric led over that. Tailing off is Roman Con. Also tailing off is Arctic Silver. But it's Red Cleric in the lead as they continue their journey down the far side. Defence number 14. Red Cleric, the leader, from Wiggy Geo in second place. Red Cleric, Wiggy Geo, who made a mistake. Then 3 to 1, then Skegby getting closer. Then Earls Brig recovered from that mistake-making ground. Behind these comes Narvik next to the rails. And behind Narvik is Carl's Wager, then Was I Right. So they begin the turn out of the back straight for the second time, with Red Cleric in the lead from Wiggy Geo, 3 to 1, Narvik, Skegby. Then comes Earls Brig, Carl's Wager, and Was I Right. And behind these, Flamenco Dancer. Then behind Flamenco Dancer, Jet Hearts here. Coming down towards fence number 15, Red Cleric in the lead from Wiggy Geo in second place. Red Cleric, Wiggy Geo. Then Narvik on the inside. Then comes 3 to 1 and Skegby. Arctic Silver is being pulled up. And it's Red Cleric in the lead from Wiggy Geo, 3 to 1, Skegby. Then comes Narvik coming down to the second ditch in the home straight. In fact, this is fence number 16, and it's Red Cleric in the lead from Wiggy Geo and 3 to 1. Then Narvik and Colin Hawkins looking round to see where the others are going. Narvik is going very well indeed as they come to what will be the last next time round. Red Cleric in the lead from Wiggy Geo and Narvik. Red Cleric jumps it from Wiggy Geo and Narvik, then 3 to 1. So the order as they pass it to the circuit to go is that Red Cleric leads by a length from Wiggy Geo, Narvik 3-1, Skegby, then Was I Right in Earls, Brig and Carl's Wager and Jet Hearts here, then Flamenco Dancer and Jacko Peter Scudamore now trying to make up ground as they head away to the water for the second and final time. Rough Scott, Red Cleric yet to be headed.
Yes, when he's in this mood, Red Cleric, they're a difficult horse to catch, really. Interesting thing about this race is how much have they taken out of him. So he looked back at the stable there. Do you see that Red Cleric? He wouldn't go up to the water jump for a moment. And he's just having to just make him work a little bit, Neil Doughty, because he's cracking there, trying to make him stretch out ahead. Narvik after him. It's how much these leaders are actually taking out of us. Not a good course to come from behind often. Twidale has gone at the back there, but they're beginning to close on the pack, and I must say it's going to be difficult for Red Cleric up there in front.
And Geraldine Rees safely on her feet after that fall. Wiggy Geo in second place. So the order, as they continue their journey down the far side, Red Cleric from Narvik going well on the inside of Wiggy Geo. This is the final ditch. Wiggy Geo and Mr. Nigel Tutty in the lead. Wiggy Geo comes to it, screws on landing. Was I Right, the challenger in second place. Then comes Canton in third. One more fence to jump and Wiggy Geo in the lead. But Was I Right is finishing strongly, and Was I Right now comes to take up the running, coming down to the 26th and final fence. Was I Right comes to jump in the lead from Wiggy Geo, with Canton staying on most determinedly on the far side. Was I Right, Wiggy Geo, Canton. Was I Right, Wiggy Geo, Canton. Well inside the final half furlong, and Canton gets up on the far side. Canton wins it by half a length. Canton the winner from Was I Right, Wiggy Geo. Then came Narvik and Jacko, who came from the pack to finish well. These are ahead of Red Cleric, who's in fact the only one to finish. Jet Hearts here fell at the last and looks distressed. In fact, Who's Free is going to continue. He just jumps the last, but he's going to continue well and truly tailed off. Flamenco Dancer was pulled up. Leney Jewel was pulled up. Skegby was pulled up. The rest were pulled up. Compton Lab was pulled up. And so the result of this, the William Hill Scottish National, a win for number 16, Canton, owned by Mr. S. Lysick Green, trained at Middleham by Neville Crump, ridden by Kevin Whyte. That's him in the hoop jacket, and you can see Kevin looking a little bit distressed. Also in that picture is Narvik. But the second horse home was number 18, Was I Right, ridden by Mark Dwyer. You can see there the horses can't get in. There's so much excitement going on here that the official has yet to take the rail down to enable the horses to come back in off the track. Confirmation of the result. First number 16, Canton. Second number 18, Was I Right. Third horse was number 2, Wiggy Geo. And the fourth horse home was Neville Crump's other runner, number 15, Narvik, ridden by